Welcome back to the Knock-On Effect, the rugby show where we say what the pundits won't. So Conor Murray has a new book out and he's currently doing a press tour where he is throwing Graham Rowntree under the bus. In today's video, we're going to give our thoughts on Murray's comments and answer the question, who's right, Conor Murray or Graham Rowntree? Let's get stuck in. So I'll be honest, I was planning on doing an entirely different video today, but I have to address this. Now I want to make it clear, I'm a busy boy. I haven't read Conor Murray's book yet, but I've been listening to him on a handful of podcasts over the weekend, and we've all seen the quotes from the book where he absolutely slates Graham Rowntree. I believe there's a vital point that needs to be made, and I think there's a clear answer to the question who's right or wrong, so stick around till the end. Before we jump into it, please take a minute to hit the new hype button and to subscribe. It was the channel's first birthday over the weekend, and in the first year, we've already started to build the best rugby community anywhere online, so a big thank you if you've already joined. Right, so let's take a look at exactly what Murray has said. Here's the quotes from the book. I didn't rate Graham Rowntree at all, and in his last season, even the younger players were starting to see through him. Personally, I didn't see a lot of rugby knowledge there. I won't be two-faced here and say I was sorry to see him go. In all honesty, I wasn't. I will let other players speak for themselves, but the way he'd spoken to me and one or two of my close friends in the squad was at times unacceptable. Now, if we jog our memories, at the time there was a huge amount of speculation and uncertainty around the mutual departure of Rowntree. I think that Murray's comments absolutely confirm the rumours that Rowntree lost the dressing room. Munster had a terrible tendency of starting off the season poorly, and Rowntree led Munster to a winless trip to South Africa after a shocking loss to Zebra. The writing was on the wall, and it clearly wasn't a good atmosphere behind closed doors, but there was one part of Murray's statement that I just can't let go. Personally, I didn't see a lot of rugby knowledge there. We're talking about Munster's most successful coach in the last decade. He led Munster to their first ever URC title and topped the table the following year. He's coached on 2 separate Lions tours in addition to having played in 2 himself. How the fuck do you mean he's no rugby knowledge? Something didn't sit right with me, but then I listened to him on Duncan Callan and Tommy Bowles' podcast. The two boys strike me as two of the nicest fellas you could have a conversation with, but as ex-teammates, I think they missed an opportunity to call him up on something. Let's take a listen to it together.
I want to just go back to Munster there. You're talking about coaching as well and your frustration with that. You touch on Rowntree in the book as well and talk about the frustration. Obviously he announced his departure. Was that 2023? I think he won the league then the following October, whatever else, he stepped away. Yeah. Was that a difficult time? Was that difficult to go into in the book to kind of make your feelings known about that?
Yeah, it was and it wasn't. Like, I hope I was honest. Like, I don't, you know, when you're doing a book and you don't want to lie in it, you don't want to like hide stuff. I just hope I came across as honest in how I was feeling, because I think
what was going on? Like, what was going on?
It was just like, I hated going, like, I wasn't used to it, but I hate when lads go into the coach's office every Monday and be like, why am I not playing? Like, why didn't you bring me on? And like, you know, coaches can just pick anything out of a game or a training session and say, yeah, like, your pass after you left in the 60th minute wasn't good enough, so I'm going to go with the other friend. Like, they can just say anything and you have to walk away. So I was never that type of player to go in and like question a coach. I would always hope that my performance would just, you know, look after themselves, and just got frustrated with him, and, you know, went into his office a couple of times and had a few chats, and he said, look, I'll pick you when you're, you know, it was actually after that World Cup in 23. He was like, you're still not there, you know, you're still upset about the quarterfinal. I know you are. And I was like, yeah, I am, but I'm training well, I'm playing well, I'm ready to go. Like, I don't want that as I just felt there was a few excuses made around selection at the time. And I want to be really clear that, like, Craig is a brilliant player, and he's going, like I said, he's going to be an international for a long time. it was just respect I was after from Rowntree at the time. So it wasn't really about like, I need to start. It was like, just give me the proper amount of time that like, I'm still like, I'd be coming back from Irish duty and you're like and you felt like you were being treated like you're just coming out of the academy type thing, you know, like me and Earlsy were dropped there out of the 23 for a game against Toulouse for kind of no reason really. I know I had been injured, but like I got injured in my 100 cap for Ireland and I came back rehabbed and I was ready to go. And then you're kind of like, why are you like completely out of the 23? And you're kind of like, and I remember chatting to him and Prendy at the time, and like, I just remember feeling like I was a young fella. They're like, oh look, we'll pick you when you're back playing well. I'm like, what you mean playing well? Like, I'm ready to go. I've kind of proven, not in an arrogant way, or not that you deserve anything, but like I've kind of proven.
And we've all been there.
And and it's really hard not to sound bitter or whatever. But it was just, you just want to be treated fairly, and I felt I wasn't for a while. So that was the frustration towards the end.
Now I think he let slip there and then backtracked. He's proven himself. When a coach says you've been dealing with injuries, huge World Cup losses, and you're nearing the end of your playing career, we'll pick you when your form suggests it. Shut up and take your medicine. This is the exact type of egotistical bullshit that has held Ireland back for so many years. Craig Casey is without a doubt the better scrum half over the past couple of seasons. You have absolutely no right to a jersey, and thinking that is the exact mindset that will stop Ireland from overcoming the quarter-final curse. Not only that, but having a good moan about how it's not fair to leave you out of the 23. The fact is simple. Munster, not Rowntree, Munster were happy to leave your contract expire and not add on. Not only that, not a single other top tier club gave you an offer, forcing you into retirement. So clearly Rowntree was onto something. Which brings us to the question, who was right, Conor Murray or Graham Rowntree? Murray as a player was an elite scrum half in his day. He drove Ireland and Munster to unprecedented success. But there comes a time in every player's career to hang up your boots. You can do that with grace, or you can do it like a bitter child. There's only one answer to the question, and that's Rowntree was right. Murray made some points, and realistically, Rowntree's time with the province was up. But when asked about it, Murray threw Rowntree under the bus. A smart man has an answer to the question. A wise man knows whether to answer at all. I think it's a shame that Murray has felt the need to lower himself to petty insults on his way out the door. Let us know what you made of the comments below. We'll be back over the weekend to give you your ultimate URC predictions ahead of the new season. And as always, cheers for watching. Catch you at the next one.